Rahim. Good morning. Economic dynamic that the region is knowing. What is our vision? Where we are, where we want to be, and what is done to achieve the objectives for the short and the medium and the long term. As you know, the southern provinces, the Moroccan southern provinces, enjoy a very specific attention from His Majesty the King. For the region Dakhla, the objective is to allow this region to play a key role as the main gateway to Africa, an exchange hub between different continents, and also to foster different infrastructures to allow to play this role in the near future. Just to give you an overview about the regional macroeconomic, this region represents almost 19% of the national surface area, one of the highest GDP per capita, $7,000 versus a national average of $3,000, 200 inhabitants, but is the fastest growing rate in terms of national average, 3% versus 1.5%, and strong mega projects to allow this region to develop faster and to be this connecting bridge between the different continents. I spoke about game changers, so you will have the opportunity to visit the site of the new Dakhla Atlantic Port. The handover deadline is for 2029, maybe 2030. It's very important that this port is coming to provide an exporting infrastructure, but also industrial zone that is going to be connected to the Dakhla New Atlantic Port, allowing different kind of industries to settle in, and also to have alternative exporting infrastructure. We have road infrastructure connecting Morocco to Africa, and now with this port, and also with the West African free trade zone, with the Dakhla Tiznit Expressway, it's going to be a very strong competitive advantage to allow different kind of industries to take place in this region and to enjoy all the potential the region is offering. Very strong international diplomacy through the opening of many African consulates. I would say that beyond the diplomatic representativity of these consulates, these are very important communication channels with our African neighbors to see how we can overcome certain challenges, how we can improve our productivity, how we can strengthen our economy. We all know that a very small percentage of the African natural resources are in Africa. So the objective is through these bilateral economical partnerships is to start thinking on ways to process all raw material in Africa, create the Made in Africa, and leverage on the free trade agreements, the African free trade agreements, to be more competitive and to export worldwide. Also to create jobs, to improve skills and know-how of African people, so that competitivity is reached. I'm going to go through the main sectors of the region, as it mentioned. Fisheries and aquaculture is the main sector. In terms of GDP per capita, these sectors represent more than 30% in the regional GDP, creating 40,000 jobs, 20,000 jobs direct and 20 indirect. Very clear strategy, processing all the fisheries. We've been able to do it in, like, for example, sardine and other species, and the objective is to carry on for octopus, for example, to strengthen this industry. We need some partners, for example, from Europe who have access to large distribution channels. So this is why in this region we held in different forums and economical events to seek these partnerships. Aquaculture is very important sector from a sustainability point of view. We want this sector to, we bet on this sector to overcome sustainability challenges. We know that natural resources worldwide is decreasing. Through aquaculture, I would say it's an answer to keep the jobs that have been created in the past, but also create more jobs, create value, and we have, like in the aquaculture, we have a strong competitive advantage. It takes us 11 months for an oyster to grow to reach the market size, where in Europe it's 3 years. However, what is needed to be done is supporting all the investment with technical support, knowledge transfer, but more importantly is to open new markets and to establish the Moroccan brands worldwide. Agriculture, despite the fact that we are in the middle of the desert with all the water challenges, we have a strong potential to grow this sector. And again, because of sustainability issue, Morocco, under the vision of His Majesty, decided to invest in a desalination plant totally powered by green energy. It's a wind farm of 60 megawatts that is going to power this desalination plant. The objective is to irrigate 5,000 hectares to develop agriculture, but on the same time providing Dakhla, the port, with tap water. We also have a strong competitive advantage compared to the other regions of Morocco, is the early harvesting. Everything we grow here comes to the market 3 to 4 weeks before the other region. And 5,000 hectares, the objective also is to implement technology dimension to prepare the lands, to make sure that fertilizers, water are well optimized, and by then increasing the yield per hectare. Tourism is a growing sector, yet representing less than 1% of the regional GDP, but is a good showcase of Dakhla. However, we do face a very important challenge: how to combine development of this sector and without impacting the ecosystem. As I mentioned, aquaculture is on the lagoon, on the bay. Most of the hotels, they would like to be positioned around the lagoon, so you can sense the danger if this sector is not well monitored, and we have faced some problems in the past. This could also jeopardize all the work we are doing in aquaculture. So the main challenge is how to combine both sectors to make sure it's going to be sustainable for the long term. That's why we have a limited hosting capacity, 3,000 beds, but very niche market. You know, the wind of Dakhla attracts kite surfers from all over the world. What we would like to achieve in this sector is to diversify our market, business, hotels, wellness, leisure, but trying to be as far as possible from the lagoon, and to develop another market to make sure the development is sustainable in the sector. Renewable energy, I would say, not only the future of Dakhla, but the future of Morocco. Morocco has started an energy transition strategy years ago, and I think Morocco is now amongst the leaders in terms of energy transition. We are now at 30% of our energy mix coming from renewables. Our objective is to reach 50% by 2030. Dakhla enjoys a strong wind and solar potential, allowing this region to be one of the most attractive regions in the world.